Good morning, everybody. Welcome to another Monday morning, Monday 5 Live, where I talk about all sorts of weird and wonderful things, all to do with health and well-being. And this week, I'm planning to have a little bit of a slower week. Last week was a bit crazy for us. As many of you will know, we launched our book on Amazon on the 24th, which was last Thursday. And we ended up becoming bestsellers in 23 categories, which was absolutely incredible. We're so delighted with that. So today I'm going to talk about something that I haven't really discussed yet, but it is a significant topic, and the reason that I'm talking about it today is that the subject came up yesterday when I was talking to a friend, and I thought actually this would be a really good one to talk about this morning. And it's all about the problem with the fitness industry. And as we know, the fitness industry is a large industry. It's doing a lot of great things. Obviously, the driving sort of force behind it is helping people to become fit and healthy and all that sort of thing. But there's a few problems that are going on, and we are seeing them. We started to really notice this a few years ago, and obviously Steve has a very strong background in the health and wellness industry. He was a personal trainer for many years, and what he came to realize is that exercise can be problematic for people. I'm talking about high intensity exercise, and it becomes problematic for people who are unwell or have a lot of stress going on in their lives, or they're overwhelmed, they've got some kind of health issues going on. And what we're finding with a lot of our clients, and this isn't just a female problem, it works for both male and female, but we find it specifically with females, is that a lot of women are actually over exercising, and it's creating a lot of problems with their health. And so what I want to do is I actually want to read you a little part of our book. There's a chapter dedicated completely to exercise. What's it called? Here we go. Enlightened Exercise, chapter 6. I want to read you a little bit because I think it's a really good way of explaining what is actually going on inside the fitness industry. Okay, so let's go. The title is The Problem with the Fitness Industry, and I'm just going to read a little bit for you. It seems like every week there is a new gym opening up somewhere in the area. It promises shiny new facilities, state-of-the-art equipment, lovely bathrooms and saunas, experienced staff, and the newest high-impact fitness classes, all for the low price of around $30 a week. It all sounds exciting, and because we are human, we are naturally drawn to the next new shiny thing to solve all our problems and help us lose that stubborn 10 kgs. Of course, there's nothing wrong with a beautiful new fitness centre with an exciting lineup of equipment or fitness classes, if you're 25 and healthy. If you've been around for a couple more decades than that, and you're either on the cusp of chronic illness or right in the thick of it, or even if you're just feeling super stressed, high impact and high intensity exercise is the last thing you should be doing. This type of exercise will place excessive stress on an already stressed body. It's something we see time and time again with our clients. Unfortunately, your average personal trainer at the gym probably won't be aware of this because they are entrenched in an industry that perpetuates the myth that high intensity exercise is the only real way to get results. We'll give you an example of one of our real life clients. 47-year-old Melanie came to see us for the first time. She scored 52 on her adrenal stress quiz, which puts her in the crashed zone for adrenal function. She has a list of symptoms she is battling every single day, including stomach pain and bloating, anxiety, brain fog, hot flushes, joint pain, and very low energy levels. She's a wife, a mum of 2 teenagers, has a stressful full-time job, a mortgage, and her husband and kids don't do their fair share around the house. Her spare time is spent running her kids to sports training, checking up on her elderly parents, or catching up on never-ending chores at home. Because she has so much on her plate, she feels overwhelmed a lot of the time, and therefore her body is in survival mode and is constantly pumping adrenaline and cortisol, which are stress hormones, through her body. This leads to poor sleep and Melanie waking up each morning feeling like she's been run over by a bus. Her first priority each morning is a double shot espresso to help her function, followed by another at 10 a.m. After a full and busy day at work, she goes to the gym to fit in a pump class because she's desperate to lose that stubborn body fat around her middle and feels guilty because she hasn't exercised for 4 days. Then it's home to cook dinner, where she opens a bottle of wine for a glass or two to take the edge off. She's had a hell of a day and she deserves it. Then it's time to clean up the dinner mess and flop on the couch with a packet of Tim Tams to watch Netflix. She doesn't understand that her low carbohydrate diet is leading to insatiable cravings late at night. She stays up later than her husband and kids because she needs some me time. Then finally at around 11:30, she falls into bed for a fitful and unrefreshing sleep. Wash, rinse, repeat the following day and the day after that. Melanie is completely overwhelmed and barely coping with life. Her body is so stressed and is desperately trying to tell her to slow down via her numerous symptoms. She's not listening though, brushing them off as minor niggles and part of the normal aging process. Each time Melanie goes to the gym, it takes her about 4 days to recover. She is starting to get more injuries, and rather than give her energy, her workouts are completely wiping her out. She thinks she's being lazy because she's not doing enough exercise, and perhaps if she did more, she could lose that weight. What Melanie really needs to do is stop exercising and give her body a break. Her body is crying out to her in distress, and she's completely ignoring it. What happens when the body's signals are ignored for a period of time? It decides that enough is enough, and in an effort to slow you down and protect you, pulls on the handbrake in the form of a stroke, heart attack, breakdown, autoimmune disease, or something equally devastating. Rest and recovery is Melanie's absolute priority when she is at the crash level. The worrying thing about all this is that the fitness instructors at Melanie's gym are not aware that her adrenal system has crashed. They have no way of knowing this unless they are actively testing each new client who comes in. Their focus is on securing their portion of Melanie's $30 payment per week, then putting her through her paces with an exercise program designed to help her get fit and lose weight. They are not considering the fact that Melanie's body has been under a high level of stress for a period of time and actually needs rest and recovery more than it needs burpees and bicep curls. This example of Melanie is occurring all over the world. While fitness professionals are trained in exercise techniques and body anatomy and undoubtedly have the desire to help people reach their health and fitness goals, unless they are aware of an individual's sleep and stress levels, they will not be providing the correct level of care for each client. Just because we see young and fit people in their 20s and 30s getting great results from high intensity exercise, we must remember that their life situation is most likely vastly different from someone in their 40s, 50s and beyond. For a start, their bodies are younger and have not yet accumulated the wear, tear and abuse that older bodies have. They also may not yet have the same responsibilities and associated stress. We shouldn't expect that a 50-year-old body can cope with the same level of exercise that a 25-year-old can cope with. And this is where the fitness industry is letting us down, through their lack of understanding and knowledge in this area. Our clients often have interesting stories to share about their experience inside a gym. Lack of personal support is a common theme, as is male trainers directing all their attention to the young ladies in the room and forgetting about everyone else. Another common issue is recurring injury due to overexercise and lack of recovery time. The problem with a lot of gyms, not all, is that they tend to have a one-size-fits-all approach to health and fitness. This is a mistake and can be problematic if a client has underlying health issues. The first thing we do when we see a new client for the first time is to assess where they are sitting on the adrenal stress spectrum, and from here we tailor our program to suit that individual and their needs. For someone like Melanie, who is highly stressed and overwhelmed, we ask them to stop exercising altogether. Anything aside from a gentle walk or yoga class is off limits. This is because we understand that high intensity exercise creates more stress for an already stressed body and will push them further into adrenal fatigue and closer to chronic illness. Don't buy into the misguided theory that high intensity interval training will deliver you the best results. Listen to your body and what it is telling you. If you are constantly sore, fatigued, feeling low, or that next exercise class is another chore to tick off the to-do list, it's time to reassess your exercise habits. It's likely that the best thing you can do right now is rest. So this chapter, for you guys who have just tuned in, hi Malta, thank you for watching. Just reading a little bit in our book from the exercise chapter. This is a subject that I haven't covered a lot of just yet, so I thought it was about time that we had a little talk about it. Just talking about the problem with the fitness industry and the fact that there is often a one-size-fits-all approach to health and fitness, which is a problem when you're dealing with people who have underlying health issues, or if they're overwhelmed or got a lot of stress going on in their lives. If you want to read the rest of the chapter, you're going to have to go and pick up the book. I'll put the links in the comments where you can access it. You can buy a hard copy via our website. And as of last week, we now have the ebook version available from Amazon. So I'll post both of those links. So the key point here is that if you're feeling really well, if you're what we call thriving, where you feel really on top of things mentally, physically and emotionally, then yes, you can go and do high intensity exercise. You can go and run marathons and ultra marathons and triathlons and do your CrossFit class or whatever it is that you enjoy. You can do all those things without a problem. If you are feeling like you're not on top of things, if you're struggling with some underlying health issues, perhaps you feel constantly tired, or you've got a lot of background stress going on in your life, the last thing that we want you to be doing is high intensity exercise, because as I've just read, that can create a whole lot of other problems. So when your body is stressed, if you go and add high intensity exercise onto that, your body has to release a lot of stress hormones to cope with the pressure that you're putting on your body. Okay, so we just would need to be really, really careful that we're not going too far with our exercise. Often with our clients, we say to them, look, all you need to do is go for a gentle walk around the block if you can manage it. If that's too much, just back off for a while. And this is another key point, is that so people think that exercise is crucial for weight loss. It's actually not. Yes, it can help you if you're feeling, pretty good and you just want to shift the last couple of kilos. But remember that it's actually sleep that is your number one tool for weight loss. If you're pushing your body too hard, it's going to go into survival mode and it's going to hold on to that body fat. Hey Trish, thanks for tuning in. So if your main goal is weight loss, and you think that you have to go to the gym all the time to shift that weight, you could actually be doing yourself a disservice, especially if you've got underlying issues going on or a lot of background stress. Okay, so the number one thing you need to concentrate on, if that's the case for you, is your sleep, because rest and recovery is what will help make your body feel safe, and then it will shed body fat. Okay, so yep, thank you for listening. I'm not going to waffle on for too long today. I have a bad habit of waffling on. So yeah, today's all about the problem with the fitness industry. If you want to delve deeper into that, go and grab our book. So I hope that was valuable to those of you who were listening. And yeah, just remember that if you feel like your exercise is just another chore to tick off the list, if you're getting sore, if you're getting fatigued, if your workouts are wiping you out, that is your body telling you something, and it's telling you to back off. Have a great day, everyone. We'll catch you same time, same place next week. Bye.